Someone got to set these people straight over here going off on Pixel 4 like that. What is going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video, back talking about how and why Google got it right with the Google Pixel 4 series. Enough of all that unnecessary chitter chatter, nitpicking, unnecessary talk that I've been seeing on Twitter, primarily Twitter, and even in some videos. You know, I gotta call out MKBHD, Jonathan Morrison, and yes, Judd, your average consumer, on a few things that they find as concerns with the Pixel 4 series. The first thing we're going to talk about is that battery. But before we do, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Oh yeah, Team 3 still in the house from Camera Camp. I'm still high off that experience, y'all. But if you haven't already, make sure you do those things. Now, let's get to the video. Battery life. There's nothing wrong with the battery life on the Pixel 4 or the Pixel 4 XL. A lot of people are tripping because, well, we haven't seen low numbers like that in quite some time, and there's a 90 hertz refresh rate display or screen on both of those phones. And so being that the Pixel 4 has 28 milliamps versus the 3700 milliamps on the Pixel 4 XL, a lot of people are primarily more concerned with the Pixel 4's battery life because it is smaller, but we also have to factor in the fact that it's a smaller phone. Coming in at 5.7 inches, 2800 milliamps is not going to be that bad. Consider the fact that not everything that we do in terms of apps and in terms of web browsing will actually utilize 90 hertz on the phone. So there's only very few moments, such as just doing regular stuff on the phone, and some apps and or videos that might take advantage of the 90 hertz refresh rate. But all in all, not that much is actually going to take advantage of the 90 hertz. And with the adaptive switcher that's going to be, or that is inherently built into both phones, you're not going to have to worry about the screen killing your battery. So I can guarantee you're still going to get at least 4.5, 5 hour screen on time for both the Pixel 4 and Pixel 4 XL. With the 4 XL, of course, there shouldn't be any issues there either. It's only 300 milliamps less than the OnePlus 7 Pro's battery. The OnePlus 7 Pro has a 4000 milliamp battery. And seeing as I've been using that phone since May, I haven't had no issue with the battery at all. As a matter of fact, it's actually improved quite a bit, even more so since really fine-tuning and or having access to more dark mode theme on the phone. I come home from 100% or like 91, 92% from 9 a.m. in the morning. I get home around 7:30 p.m. with still about 40% left on the phone. So you take 300 milliamps away, what's that? Give or take about 3 to 5%, somewhere in there. It's too late for me right now. The Pixel 4 XL, factor that into the percentage, I probably will come home with 30 to 35% left. So basically the point is, either phone, you're gonna be able to get through your work day or through your school day or the prime part of the day with great battery life. So in terms of battery, let's stop tripping. The battery's going to be fine on the Pixel 4 series. Next, the RAM. Now it has 6 gigabytes worth of RAM in the 4 and the 4 XL. Side note, let's give them a great clap for keeping all the features the same on both phones. You're just literally picking what size you want. Thank you, Google, and I wish you made Oso Orange a little more accessible, but it is a limited edition, so I can't complain or be mad. The RAM. Just a year ago, people were tripping, going crazy, losing their minds over the fact that the OnePlus 6 and or 6T had 8 gigs of RAM, 10 gigs of RAM. People were, again, acting the same way with the OnePlus 7 Pro. It's hot now. It's hot. With 12 gigs of RAM. So if we think that's overkill, that's plenty. You ain't even gonna utilize all that. Why all of a sudden is there a problem with Google stepping up with 6 gigs of RAM, which should be more than enough for our day-to-day usage with their phones? Granted, the Pixel 3 had some software woes, but I believe they resolved that, and we should see that with the Pixel 4 and 4 XL. So the 6 gigs of RAM should be no issue whatsoever on either phone. So let's cancel those concerns right now in terms of RAM. We're going to be just fine with the revitalized, I wouldn't say revitalized, it's been vitalized, with the new and improved Google Assistant, with the camera, you know what I'm saying, with Android 10 and a lot of stuff being dark mode. All that is going to go even more so into the 6 gigs of RAM being just fine on the 4 and 4 XL. That is the Google Pixel. What's next? What can we calm down about next? Let me think. The price. $800, $700, no, $800, my bad. And then I think it was $850 or $9, and then $9 and then $1,000. So basically the phone's cap out at $1,000 for the Pixel 4 series, being that's the 128 gigabyte model XL of the 4. I got my words jumbled up there. The price is fine. Let's keep in mind the fact that everything is right at $1,000. Nothing's above $1,000, and you're still getting more than a competitive phone. Let's relax on the price. Yes, the price is a little more expensive than the 11, but the phones offer more in totality than some other phones out there. They're just as competitive. And again, this phone has always emphasized its camera. It's called the Pixel phone, for crying out loud. Some of y'all must have forgot and didn't see Pixel right there next in between the Google and the 4, Google Pixel 4. So their emphasis is going to be primarily on the camera, most likely anyway. And so we see that, which leads me into my next point about not worrying about the price. The camera. Oh, please, can we calm down about the fact that we don't get an ultra wide camera? As old dude said on the stage, wide angle's fun, but telephoto is more important. The reason being, most people, including myself and including you watching, like to zoom in when you take pictures. Wish you could zoom in and take better quality pictures zooming in as opposed to widening out the shot. So if Google can actually truly revitalize and or actually vitalize and bring true focus to the telephoto lens, then we'll start caring about the telephoto lens. The reason why we don't care about the telephoto lens now is because no company has done a great job with it with their smartphones. The closest we got really was Huawei, and then the Oppo Reno 10, and then maybe the OnePlus. But even then, there is some slight color shift, flatness, and noise, depending on your circumstances. So if Google can actually help cure that, and there will be constant updates, of course, to continue to improve it as we see with any other phone out there. If Google can make the telephoto lens stand out and be good, then what's the problem with that? Let's not forget, the first lens that the iPhone dropped was the telephoto lens on the 10, 10S, 10S Max. And then we finally got a taste of Apple utilizing the wide angle camera. So a company such as Google, who has only been making has only been making phones for 4 years. Look at their track record. Look at where they have came from and where they are at now. Any company, and we could think back then, yeah, there might have been a standout phone here or there, but it still took that company to make a ton of phones or to find stability and solidarity in their manufacturing process. Google, between the Pixel 2 and Pixel 3, bought and was in transition with their hardware team. So that's why we saw issues and struggles with the 2 and the 3 specifically. Now, of course, some of this can be reserved to a degree because we have not seen the official launch of the Pixel 4 in everybody's hands, what issues pop up. So I understand that. But I also understand the fact that it's been a while since probably the first Google Pixel, or maybe even the Nexus 6P, even though Google didn't actually make that one. But we can say Google makes good phones again because the Pixel 2 had issues and Pixel 3 had issues. We got bumping? So now that Google has been able to find solidarity in their process for manufacturing and building and finding that cohesiveness with their smartphones, that's why the Pixel 4 nailed its launching. The conference was fine. You know, the first phone ever! Woo! We don't need none of that. Apple, I'm sorry. It's just most of the people in the stands is all Apple people anyway, who work at Apple. So the conference was fine. They nailed it. I do now. Okay, I'll say they nailed it with a asterisk. It does feel rushed, as if like they could have talked a little bit more about the phones, but because they had so many products that they were, unveiling, that's why it fell short on other features and or notes on the phones and stuff like that. So in terms of the overall experience, or the overview, I guess you could say, of the Pixel 4 series, Google nailed it. They got it right. They're giving us a phone with solid software. We know that. That's why most of us use a ton of Google apps. We're getting good software. We're getting 2 great cameras. We're getting a beautiful screen. The first official flagship that has a 90 hertz screen. Apple didn't do it. Samsung, who's producing the majority of the screens, didn't do it. LG didn't do it. OnePlus 7 Pro did it, and the 7T series did it. But I'm talking about major, the 3 or 4 people you always think about that's dropping phones, or that has been dropping phones, or been in the phone business for a minute. So look at that too. And the kind of reflect back on the point that Google's only been doing this for 4 years. Think about that also. The fact that they've only been doing this for 4 years, and it took them 4 years to give us a second camera. Now imagine in 2 years, because I don't think it'll be no more than 2 years before they give us that third camera, which will then be the ultra wide camera. Come on now, let's think about it. Let's give Google its credit where it's due. Despite the woes, they continue to push forward, and that's where we are at now with the Pixel 4, with a solid Oso orange color and the Panda color, the Panda colorway being a basic color to get in terms of the phone. So you're getting a beautiful looking phone with a matte finish. You're getting a great phone in the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 4 XL. So all the hype to try to find stuff to talk about and bring it down, oh, it's missing this, or it make you pay for this and the third. There's companies that don't give you outright 128 gigabyte. All right, so let's be real and honest about that. There's companies that don't give you that great of cameras. They give you good cameras, but not great cameras. Software experience, yeah. And now with Google pushing out the 90 hertz refresh rate on their Pixel 4 series, it makes OnePlus next year have to step it up, because now the smooth, fresh, fast it's not solely them anymore. Google has stepped in and said, oh, we got that too. And Google also, for those who don't know yet, has theming within the phone as well. So it does offer some variety within the phone to still make it personal to you. You can theme out the font, specific icons in specific areas of the phone, dark theme, of course, and then accent color, similar to what the OnePlus is doing. So they're offering some variety and customization there as well. The Pixel 4 is fine. I'm getting the Pixel 4 XL. I would love for Made by Google and I to be able to collaborate and get together on that. But as it stands, I am trying to get it nonetheless, and I will showcase it to you guys. And that's what it is. That's what I have to say about the Google and the Pixel 4 series. It's a great device. It's what I guess you wouldn't necessarily end the year on it, but relatively speaking, that's how you end the year, on a great experience, and that's the Pixel 4. And Google got it right. So y'all stop hating out there, all right? Stop hating. There's no need for that. We're supposed to be trying to push for innovation, and that's what Google's trying to do. So let's help them along the way. But that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys appreciated and enjoyed it. Your boy Versatile signing out. Oh, leave comments down below what you think about Google and the Pixel 4. And if you haven't already, again, like and subscribe. But your boy Versatile is now signing out. And until the next video, my hair's a mess, y'all. Wait for